We want to downsize, but we can't give up our 3% interest rate. We need more space, but the new payment would be double. We're basically stuck. Rates went from the low threes to the high sixes and sevens. Most of the people who feel stuck, they're missing out on some options that they don't even know exist. I put together a full guide called the Unlock Your Equity Playbook, and it covers 6 different strategies for rate-locked homeowners. Today, I'm going to walk you through 4 of the best ones, and at the end, you'll learn how to get the full guide for free. So let's get into it. If you've owned your home for 5 or more years on the Central Coast, your home has very likely gone up significantly in value. We're talking about homes that were worth $550,000 in 2019 that are worth $800,000 or $900,000 or $1 million today. That appreciation, that equity is real money. And it's the key that unlocks all the strategies I'm about to show you. So before anything else, if you don't know your current equity position, the first thing you should do is get an honest market analysis. Not Zillow, not Redfin, an actual broker opinion based on what homes are selling for right now. And by the way, we do those for free, no commitment, no pressure. But let's talk strategy. All right, this is strategy number 1. Something called the buy before you sell program. And here's the problem that it solves. You want to move. You found a home you like, but you don't want to sell your current home first because then where do you go? And you don't want to make a contingent offer because sellers don't love those. So you feel like you're going in circles. And a buy before you sell program lets you access your home equity before your current home is listed or sold. You use that equity as the down payment on your next home. You move in and then you sell your current home from a distance. No gap in housing, no contingent offer, no carrying 2 mortgages at the same time. And here's a bonus. A vacant, staged, well-presented home almost always shows better and sells for more than an occupied home. So you're not just solving a logistics problem, you might actually be putting more money in your pocket on the sale side too. But for the right situation, this strategy changes everything. And we're doing this right now for one of our clients who has a house to sell in Shell Beach and wants to buy a new home in Atascadero. All right, we're going to go over strategy number 2. And so what I want to share with you is what's called a HELOC, home equity line of credit. Here's how it works. Let's say your home is worth $800,000 and you owe $250,000. You could potentially open a HELOC for up to $380,000 or more, depending on your lender and your income. You can use that line to fund your down payment on your next home. You buy the new place, then you sell the old one and pay off the line. Now here's the key thing, and this is really important. You want to open the HELOC before you list your home for sale. Lenders get nervous once your home is actively on the market. So if you're thinking about making a move in the next 6 to 12 months, get the HELOC open now while you're still in a strong position. It gives you optionality, and optionality is everything in real estate. All right, here is strategy number 3, converting your home into a rental. It's the one that makes the most long-term financial sense for a lot of homeowners on the Central Coast. Instead of selling your home, you keep it. You convert it into a rental property, and you use the rental income to help you qualify for your next home. Think about what that actually means. If your current home has a 3% mortgage and an $1,800 a month payment, but it would rent for $2,800 or $3,000 a month, you have a cash flowing asset that's paying for itself. And here's the part most people don't realize. Lenders will count a portion of that rental income, typically 75%, toward your gross income when you apply for your new loan. So the rental actually helps you qualify for the next purchase. Now, I want to be real with you. This doesn't work for everyone. You need to be able to qualify for the new loan. You typically need 6 to 12 months of reserves, and you need to talk to a CPA before you do this. Because converting your primary residence to a rental has tax implications around depreciation and your capital gains exclusion timeline. But for the right homeowner, this is how you end up building equity in 2 properties simultaneously while keeping that 3% mortgage exactly where it is. The Central Coast rental market is one of the strongest in California, driven by Cal Poly, limited inventory, and consistent demand year round. In a lot of cases, your rent will cover your entire mortgage payment and then some. And that's not a bad position to be in. Okay, now we're gonna go over strategy number 4. This is new as of the last few years. A lot of people still don't know about Prop 19, and you may not know this, but the thing is, this is huge, especially for seniors or people who lost their home in wildfires. Okay, so strategy 4, this is for homeowners 55 plus. A lot of longtime Central Coast homeowners are sitting on a home that they bought a long time ago, like 15, 20, 25 years ago, and their property taxes are low because they're based on what they paid, not what it's worth today. And they're scared to move because they think their tax bill is going to triple or quadruple when they buy somewhere new. And here's what most homeowners don't know yet. California's Proposition 19, which went into effect only in 2021, allows eligible homeowners who are 55 or older to transfer their existing property tax base to a new house anywhere in California. And let me give you a real example of what this looks like. Let's say you bought your home in San Luis Obispo in 1999 for $280,000. Today, it's worth $1.1 million. But your property taxes are still based on that 1999 purchase price. So you're paying maybe $3,500 a year. If you sell and buy a new home for $800,000 under Prop 19, you can transfer your existing tax base to that new property instead of being reassessed at $800,000. You carry your old tax base with you. That can mean thousands of dollars in annual savings every year for the rest of the time you own that home. A few things to know: you can use this benefit up to 3 times in your lifetime. It applies to primary residences only, and you need to close on the new home within 2 years of selling the old one. But for the right person, this changes the math of moving entirely. We have a client that we just did this for, and they're saving $4,000 to $5,000 annually while being able to make the move into the home that better suits their needs. So far, we've covered our 4 strategies, right? The buy before you sell programs, using your HELOC as a bridge, converting your home to a rental and buying new, and using Prop 19 to protect your property tax base. But here's the thing. The full Unlock Your Equity playbook covers 6 strategies total, and the 2 we didn't cover today, including how to time a straight sale so you actually come out ahead, and what to do if you also own investment property, those are in the guide. The playbook is completely free. No email funnel, no sales call. Just comment in the word playbook in the comments below, and I'll send it straight to your DMs. And one more thing before we close. None of these strategies are one size fits all. The right move for you depends on your specific equity position, your income, your timeline, and your goals. What I do with every client is sit down, no pressure, no commitment, and run the actual numbers for your actual situation. We call it an equity analysis. It's free. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes, and most people leave knowing things about their financial position they didn't know walking in. So if you're curious, even just a little, please reach out. You don't have to be ready to move tomorrow to have this conversation. A lot of my best client relationships start with someone just saying, I want to understand my options. And that's what I'm here for. I'm Owen Schwaegerle with the Schwaegerle Real Estate Team. Independent, family owned, right here on the Central Coast. Comment playbook below to grab your free guide, and I'll see you on the next one.